Look at this place and all the possibilities. Hello, Peter.
Do I know you?
This Christmas,
They're a danger to our universe.
Spider-Man's greatest enemies are unleashed in IMAX.
I promise I'll fix this. What's happening?
They're starting to come through, and I can't stop them.
Welcome back, everyone. This will be my new Spider-Man No Way Home video. They dropped some new trailer footage. There's more Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield Easter eggs, so we'll break it all down. If you're brand new to the channel, we're doing a giveaway for IMAX tickets for the movie. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and just leave all your predictions for the movie in the comments. So I'll just start with the new footage, then I'll talk about the new Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield Easter eggs that some of you may have spotted. There's people posting about it all over social media this morning. During the new footage, you see more of that early part of the movie where Spider-Man has MJ, and it seems like they're being chased by the NYPD, like you see Spider-Man's picture here on the billboard here from Mysterio's video. Early theory about what's happening here in this part of the movie, it seems like it picks up right after the Spider-Man Far From Home post-credit scene. Like, if you notice MJ's outfit here, it's the exact same outfit she was wearing in the Spider-Man Far From Home post-credit scene. So charting the timeline of the movie, it seems like what happens is they actually see Mysterio's video, he doxes Spider-Man, outs his identity to the world, J. Jonah Jameson broadcasts this video. He and MJ seem like they totally freak out, and then he just quickly tries to take her back to Queens, and that's what we're watching here, where we see him web-slinging with her through all the buildings, yelling about her father. I thought your father liked me. Well, not anymore.
Where are we going?
I don't know your house.
No, my dad will kill you.
I thought you said your dad really liked me.
Yeah, well, not anymore.
Dude.
Then they get trapped on top of the Queensboro Bridge here. You see the NYPD helicopter, and they jump into the subway tunnels to try and escape. So that seems like it's happening right at the beginning of the movie, and is basically like right after Spider-Man Far From Home ends. Then early theory, he tries to change back into his regular clothes and go to school the next day and hope that nobody saw Mysterio's video. But you see like all the kids in school here pull their phones out and start taking videos of him to post on their social media accounts. So at some point during the day, he probably figures out, no, everybody saw this, everybody's gonna be bugging me about this, so they just head to the rooftop, and you see the newspaper with his picture all over it, and that joke about the Spider-Minions, about him controlling MJ and Ned Leeds. And then that crowd is waiting for him outside the school, just yelling about him with all those signs. And then eventually, the police show up at all their homes and haul them in for questioning. And that's where he gets the idea to go to Doctor Strange to perform the spell. Like, could you please make it so that Mysterio never outed my identity? This scene of Doctor Strange just going crazy with all the tears in reality behind him trying to fix this spell seems like it's happening at the beginning of the movie the first time he attempts the spell to make everyone forget, and then Spider-Man messes it up. It seems like this is him trying to fix everything. Like, while the spell is happening, Spider-Man messes up, all of reality just explodes around them. You can see these purple tears. They look like the purple tears at the end of the movie too, around the Statue of Liberty in the sky. And when he's fixing everything here, it seems like he just collapses everything, like everything that gets messed up, and he just shoves it into this magic box with the symbol of Agamotto on it. Or actually, it's the symbol of the Vishanti. It's the same symbol that's in the window of the sanctum. That's why later in the Statue of Liberty scene, where you see this giant ring exploding, it seems like it's the box exploding. Like whatever it was that Doctor Strange fixed, the Sinister Six do something to cause the box to explode, and that's probably what causes all these giant purple tears in reality around them. There's a newer scene of Electro inside this building, just looking through the blinds, wearing a jacket, talking about all the possibilities that he sees for himself in this new MCU universe. It confirms some of the early leaks. More on that in a second with the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man Easter eggs. But him in this building might be connected to what's going on with him fighting Dr. Octopus inside this high-rise here. Like early theory, Dr. Octopus is only a villain in the movie for a hot minute during the early bridge fight here when they first come through to the MCU dimension. We get more new footage of him too in this bridge fight with him spinning Spider-Man around with his octopus tentacles. Early theory, once they start talking it through, because Dr. Octopus is a genius in his own right and in his field, they figure out that all of reality is going to collapse unless they fix everything. In just maintaining Dr. Octopus's hero redemption arc from Spider-Man 2, Dr. Octopus agrees to help them reluctantly.
Do you know a Peter Parker who's Spider-Man?
Yes.
Is that him?
No.
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 Is that him?
Yes.
It seems like Dr. Octopus helps Spider-Man fight them, and maybe, big maybe, he winds up being killed by Electro or the other villains. I don't think that all these versions of the Sinister Six characters from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies and the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies are going to survive through the end of the film. Like, some of these Sinister Six characters will probably get killed off, or they'll send some of them successfully back to their original universes, which will kind of effectively kill them anyway. The other piece of evidence was in that Amy Pascal interview that I did a video for a couple of days ago. She did an interview recently where she spilled all these beans about the next Spider-Man trilogy of movies and what they're planning for the story of that. But during that, she also said part of the reason for doing all these Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man things, including their villains in the movie, was to put a bow on 20 years of Spider-Man films. Don't you feel old now? It's been almost 20 years since Tobey Maguire's first Spider-Man movie.
That feels weird, but I'll allow it.
But they wanted to do this huge one-time celebration to just show how far things have come. So that's why they're bringing all the old stuff back for this movie. They are still planning on making more Sinister Six spin-off movies, like we know about the new Kraven movie with Aaron Taylor Johnson. I can't wait for all the Quicksilver memes. You did not see that coming, Spider-Man. But I think most of those new Sinister Six movies that Sony is planning will trade more heavily on the newer versions of the characters and totally new villains like Kraven the Hunter. For instance, Michael Keaton's Vulture in the Morbius trailer is supposed to try and recruit him for a new team that he's putting together.
Control.
Hey, Dr. Mike. Tired of doing the whole good guy thing, huh?
What's up, Doc?
Maybe I should stay in touch.
But it's meant to be this big Sinister Six teaser, and he's probably not talking about this version of the team we see in Spider-Man No Way Home. And really, when you think about it, in Spider-Man No Way Home, it's more like the Sinister Four, because Dr. Octopus seems like he helps Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. It's just that they're trading heavily on Sinister Six Easter eggs and tropes. So let me know in the comments, which Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Sinister Six characters do you think will come back again in future movies? There's another new scene of Spider-Man versus Doctor Strange when Doctor Strange tries to trap him inside the Mirror Universe to keep him from getting away with a special box that they use to send the Sinister Six villains back to their original universes. And even though they're fighting, just to be clear, I think most people have figured this out, it's really more of a moral argument Spider-Man is trying to have with him, because he wants to find another way to fix things without having to kill the villains, because that's basically what sending them back would do. The other really funny Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Easter eggs some of you spotted came from one of the tie-in games from the movie. So Marvel Contest of Champions does this a lot of times for movies. They actually have a new Spider-Man No Way Home integration where they did some side missions where they're phonetically teasing Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield in these new side quests. These always go through multiple levels of approval at Marvel, so somebody at Marvel is clearly having a lot of fun with this. Zoom and enhance these 3 chapters of the teasers, and some of you have probably spotted what it is that they're doing here. So chapter 1, To Be or Not To Be, is a play on Tobey Maguire's name. The villains are Green Goblin and Dr. Octopus, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man villains. Chapter 2 is And Rue the Day, is a play on Andrew Garfield's name. The villains are Rhino and Electro, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man villains. In Chapter 3 is Tomfoolery, which is a play on Tom Holland's name. And it takes a long time to program, design this, and get approval from it from Marvel, because all this does have to be approved by people at Marvel. So it's not like they just did this 2 days ago on the fly. I just did a video about how Sony also officially started leaning into all the Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield jokes with their latest official promos for the movie, like full-blown, big-time official promos. They actually had Tom Holland reference Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield in the last one.
This is now Spider Monday, and to celebrate, I have a really big announcement. But first, let me bring in 2 very special friends to help out.
I mean, it's only right. We are your best friends, right?
It makes sense for us to join this announcement.
Of course. I mean, who else would it be?
Which other 2 very special people could he possibly be talking about? Indeed. Just expect them to do more of this as we get closer to the film coming out, but I don't think that they're actually intentionally going to include any real big footage of them in any of the trailers. Not counting all the weird edits where it seems like they did a bad job of trying to cover them up, like the mysterious floating Andrew Garfield hands in the Phantom Punches. That's not something that they did on purpose. But if you have spotted any other funny Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield Easter eggs in the promos, or things that it seems like it slipped through, like they didn't spot, they didn't remove, just include those in the comments below. I'm working on a big Hawkeye Episode 4 Yelena Belova trailer video. They finally released some official footage of Yelena Belova going after Hawkeye in the future episodes. So make sure you have alerts enabled for my channel so you don't miss that. And congratulations to the giveaway winner from my last big Spider-Man video. Josiah Allen, please email me on the About page of my channel so I can get your contact details. And everyone click here for my full Hawkeye Episode 3 video with Daredevil and Kingpin Easter eggs. And click here for my last big Spider-Man No Way Home video and learn what's going on during that new trilogy of Spider-Man movies. Thank you so much for watching, everyone stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.